I will bleed for you. Would you bleed for somebody you don't even know? That's exactly what I did just the other day. Mr. Contest Chair, Mr. Toastmaster, and the hundreds of red-blooded Toastmasters out there in Zoom land. A few weeks ago, I saw an ad in our neighborhood newsletter about a blood drive they're having at our clubhouse. Honey, you want me to set you an appointment so you can donate blood too? No, I'm busy. It's Wednesday. I don't want to feel like I'm in a rush. I'll give next time. 2 days after the blood drive was over, I picked that newsletter up to schedule myself. Oops, I missed it. 2 nights later, I saw on the local news, and I heard the area hospitals were dangerously low on blood, and they were having to postpone surgeries and tell people they couldn't get a transfusion until tomorrow or the next day. Could you imagine, Michael Joseph, could you imagine being in the hospital with, and they said, no, we can't operate on you today, we're waiting. Staying alive, staying alive. Oh, that's my ringtone, folks, the Bee Gees. Hello? This is the San Antonio Blood Bank. Mr. Filato, would you care to donate? Absolutely. I think I made her day. Now, I don't know about you guys, I've done some telemarketing in my day, but I'm pretty sure that trying to sell blood on the phone is a pretty tough gig. If you're like most people, you hang up on telemarketers. I do. But sometimes the solar people, they call way too much. So I have some fun with the solar people. I tell them, hey, I'm so glad you called. Your installer just fell off the roof. I've got to run outside and render aid. Can you call the ambulance? And then I hang up the phone. All fun aside, she set me up for an appointment 2 days later.
Yes, sir.
Fellow Toastmasters, I ask you to take a moment to ask yourself, when was the last time I gave blood? Now, according to the South Texas Blood.org, there is a shortage. The donations during the pandemic just have not kept up with the withdrawals. Even Michael, your friend Mayor Nirenberg, he ends his daily COVID briefings with, there is an emergency blood shortage. If you can give, please give. Now, of course, there's plenty of excuses, like my wife. I don't have time. I'll give next time. I don't like needles. And I do realize giving blood isn't for everybody. I'm not here to twist anybody's arm. But according to the World Blood Organization, there's a worldwide blood shortage. And I think if you can, that little act of kindness would go a long way. And of course, people have medical conditions. You're on blood thinners, antibiotics, or you might have just got that cool Mickey Mouse tattoo on your shoulder, like the one Lawrence just got. Of course you can't give blood. But if you can't give blood, maybe you can encourage others. Or if you're a business owner or a manager, hey, a Friday afternoon is a great, tempting reward. A Friday afternoon off is a tempting reward to give blood. If you're looking for sainthood, organize a blood drive for the whole organization. Why not? You may be thinking, this guy, Jen, you may be thinking, this guy, he's a vampire or something. Well, did you know that, Lawrence, did you know the word vampire comes from the Latin word vampiro, and it means a good-looking, well-bellied man. I'm not a vampire, folks, but I did apply just the other day at the Public Relations Department at the blood bank. 3 reasons to give blood. Your little act of kindness may save lives. Shirley, did I say it saves lives?
Yeah.
Jenny, it saves lives. And did I mention it saves lives? And usually they give you some pretty good cookies too. Yeah. And third, hey, Joe Biden moment. You know the thing. The third, you know the thing, right? Okay. To find where you give blood, all you need to do is Google blood donations in your zip code. Hundreds of blood donation centers and phone numbers will appear in the results. Now, by no means am I a marathon giver, guys. Truth be told, Toastmasters, tonight, I've only given less than 1,000 times in my lifetime. I'm 58 today. The first time I gave, I was 18 years old. A friend of a friend I didn't even know was in the hospital, had a bad car crash, and 12 of us went and gave blood. The hospital was deducting blood donations off of her bill. 12 of us, I said, 12 of us found out what a good feeling that donating gives back. Now, when I was in the Air Force, sometimes they'd give you a Friday or a Monday off if you donated blood, and you could give 6 times a year. Wink, wink. Who doesn't like a 3-day weekend every now and then?
Oh, yeah.
Since I've left the military, honestly, I've only given every other year, sometimes every 3rd year, but I did give 6 months ago, and I did give again 2 weeks ago. Let me tell you about my day. I went to the blood bank, I arrived, they pricked my finger, asked me a couple of easy questions, hooked me up, set me back in a really cool recliner, gave me a squeaky ball, I squished it, squish, 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 and it was over before I knew it. The whole thing took 45 minutes. Afterwards, I was treated to some Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookies
Good.
and a Gatorade.
Oh.
It doesn't get better than that.
Oh.
And for those of you with diabetes or don't like sugar, they had Chex Mix. Then the supervisor came in and announced, "Thank you for being a hero." Shook my hand. I'm a hero! Yay! Then he gave me this cool t-shirt, GOAT, greatest of all time. Man, I felt uplifted. It was really an easy thing to do, and it was a very gratifying experience. During this pandemic, I can't stress enough how much they need new donors every day. Today, I'm challenging you, only if you can give. Think about that little act of kindness. I have bled for you. Would you bleed for someone you don't know? Madam Toastmaster.